Hello, hello. Oh, there's the audio back. Now, what about the camera? I just had to do a big update on my PC, and now all of a sudden, all of my stuff is broken. Alright, give me just a minute to figure out this camera situation. Please enjoy the elevator music. Aha, I think my cat may have unplugged this. Well, let's see if I can fix that. Hold on. There we go. Huh. The camera is still not happy. Why is the camera not happy? In fact, it's showing that there is no camera at all. What an unusual thing. Hey, there it all is. Couldn't tell you what's going on. The webcam itself was not working, but there it is. We'll just get that fixed right on up. Alright, to celebrate the camera coming in, I'd like to introduce you all to my new Pomni plush. Whoa! Outstanding, very sad, very cool. Now that we've got that working, oh, let's get into the business at hand, shall we? That business being making sure that my Twitch chat is visible to me. Making sure that the YouTube chat is visible to me and to you. And everything looks good. Hello, hello. Sorry about that. I had to update my stupid PC to stupid Windows 11. I didn't want to deal with Linux this time because everything I've ever done has been Windows focused. When I eventually upgrade this PC and get a new motherboard, new CPU, which will be coming sometime in the next 3 to 5 years, then I'll do Linux. But for this time, I just said Windows 11. Alright. In the process of doing that, it seems to have messed everything up, but for now, it looks pretty good. So, let me just send out my attention at everyone message to the Discord in case anyone wants to come chill. And in 20 minutes, I have bread in the oven that I have to go and grab. Just come over here to the hashtag announcements channel on my Discord at everyone. Chill and chat with me while we organize and theorize about VGC. There it is. Message is out. The camera's fixed. Hey, Carlos. Hello. I have made Okay, let me tell you, there's a smidge of context. Context piece number 1. The first week I made a fruit-based bread was 2 or 3 weeks ago. In Wisconsin, they're famous for their cranberries. So I got some fresh Wisconsin cranberries when they were in season a few weeks ago, and I made a cranberry bread, which I just made by food processing in the food processor. I didn't use the food processor. I used a molcajete. I used my molcajete, and I ground them all up into really small things. I made a cranberry bread, and it was awesome. It was outstanding. VGC is the Video Game Championships. It's the 2v2 official doubles format. It's the highly competitive format, and I have to organize my boxes and make a team. There's an event coming up, and I would like to make a team, so... And I've got a lot of organization to do. I thought it'd be cool to chill while we organize and kind of chat about life. The second fruit bread I ever made was a week after. So last week, I made a orange cranberry bread using some more of those fresh cranberries, as well as a very thick, delicious, like a strangely thick, strangely delicious orange peel. I had an orange and I went, man, this peel is like luscious. So that one went in the food processor. And from the food processor came this delicious orange and cranberry paste, and I added a bunch of honey and sugar, and I made a fruit bread with that. It was so good. This week, to answer your question, what kind of bread? Apple bread. I have made an apple bread, and the special ingredient this time is literally applesauce. I used a bunch of applesauce in it, and I think that that's going to be super good. I think it's going to be super amazing. So, there you go. Long story cut very short. I've been making fruit bread lately, and applesauce has been the thing. So right now I'm looking at a few things. I took some notes, while I was at work today. The classic. I've got my clipboard full of notes here for VGC, and I've been making some notes. There's a new regulation where you're not allowed to use legendary Pokemon, which is the time that I enjoy the most. I've got some team ideas I would like. One thing I want to make a Garganacl. That's a Rock-type Pokemon that has a very unique signature move, Salt Cure, that does damage over time. I'm a really big fan of it. And I want to make a team featuring Garganacl, because when the power level goes down in a format, aka no legendaries, it's a lot easier to... justify using slow Pokemon like Garganacl. And I have to organize up some boxes here. I'm gonna release a bunch of guys. I'm kind of storing them in the basic box here on Pokemon Home, because it's a lot faster to release your Pokemon this way. Baking is like MasterChef. Baking things that are special is like MasterChef, Carlos. Let me tell you. Baking a cake or baking any kind of pastry or confection, that shit is crazy. That shit is MasterChef. Like, those people are wizards, chemists, really. But baking bread is just water, flour, sometimes salt, but mostly just water, flour, yeast. You can use a little salt or a little sugar if you want, or a little butter, or a little oil, a little fruit, whatever. But the main thing that I've been doing is just taking the flour. How do we do this here? There's a way like this. Taking the flour and mixing it all up, and getting the consistency right with the water, and then adding yeast and fruit and mixing that all up and getting the consistency right. And it's once you get the consistency down, it only takes 1 or 2 tries to get used to kind of what you're looking at. Once you get used to what you're looking at, it's really not too hard to bake bread. Bread specifically is quite fine, quite easy, I would say. Anything that's not bread, absolute wizardry. Those people are very talented. Look at this. I have an entire box just for bug-type Terra Pokemon. And I don't have any bug-type Terra Pokemon at all. So that one will be going away. One thing I have to do, I want to organize my Pokemon such that right now I have them organized by Terra type, but it's really bad. It's not actually organized that way. So what I really want to do is condense the organized by Terra type. Like I have no bugs. I have no psychic. This guy's not even psychic. He's fighting. So I'm using the very powerful search and sort tools available in Pokemon Home to do this quickly. In the real game, it takes forever. Curry is another one of my favorites. Actually, it's funny that you should mention curry, because curry is like the easiest thing to make in the entire world. You know, for me, I've been enjoying making pork and duck curries. So just cube up your meat and throw some oil in the bottom of a pot and fry up that meat. Then you add some water and some curry stuff and some chopped carrots and some chopped potatoes and whatever else, and you let that simmer for like an infinite amount of time. And yeah. Do I go crazy mode and worry about the Pokemon's nature and shit? Oh. Okay, I start the team building process vibes based. It starts vibes based. After I've chosen my Pokemon, then I get crazy about the nature and the EVs and all that. So, for instance, here, let me show you. This Pokemon, Gigantes here. This Regigigas, I actually qualified for the Players' Cup 2 years ago with this guy, or maybe 3 years ago now. And so I've decided I want to make a team with Regigigas on it. And to go with Regigigas, you have to have a Weezing. The Weezing is somewhere, who knows. Because the Weezing turns off his ability. Once I decided I wanted to do Weezing Regigigas to turn off Regigigas' detrimental ability, then I got like, okay, here's how much attack I want, here's how much speed I want, here's the moveset I want, etc. Oh, I've got my Jolly Libero Score Bunny here, and my Keldeo. These are all good things. Save all those. All these Pokemon are to be saved and to be kept. A lot of these, I have a big advantage. I've already, like, EV'd and, like, maxed out and perfected many level 100 Pokemon. They just have to... Like, I imported them from Sword and Shield, right? So this guy came from my Sword and Shield file, and he needs new moves, because when you import them from a different game to Scarlet and Violet, it sets their moves to Scarlet and Violet level-up moves. So I would have to change his moves, but other than that, he's ready to go. Oh, I'm a Quack.exe! Holy shit, is that a fucking Regirock with a Gucci handbag? No, I don't know that. I just learned that now, actually. In fact, I just learned that today, at this exact moment as we speak. That's gotta go. I also like to keep track of my originals that I like played through the game with, so I'll put them over here. Yeah, please send it. In fact, if you wouldn't mind, you could go send it in the Meme Town channel on my Discord if you're on there. I guess if you're not on the Discord, that's okay too. But that's where it would be best to send it, since I'm streaming and all that. Grass type Analytic Magneton. Do I really need Terra Grass on a Magneton? He's already weak to... Going Grass makes you weak to flying, which he's not. Gives you resistance to water, which he's neutral. Nah, that's no good. Oh yeah, here we go. This is the guy, Phenomenon here. The neutralizing gas, Weezing, and Gigantes, the level 100 Regigigas. The Weezing Gigas combo from Sword and Shield. So that's a very good combo, and that's already ready to go. I could load into a game right now with that team, and it would just be fine. I guess I would have to update their moveset again, but got a timid Snowcloak Vulpix. That's worth. So the way I'm organizing things right now, I'm trying to organize like these Pokemon here on the bottom of the dark box. These guys on top are... The ones at the bottom of the dark box here are going to be Pokemon that I could conceivably breed or otherwise use to max out, to like obtain competitive sets. Like here I've got this Leaf Ball, Victory Ball, probably not as good as Venusaur, but I've got a Terra Steel Tatsugiri. That could be something I want to keep. Terra Fire Feebas with competitive. Oh, it doesn't have competitive. It's Swiss one. Darn. Yeah, you know, speed boost Yanma. Stuff like that. Like anyone that wants to get potentially competitively viable, or Pokemon that descend from it that are competitively viable. And then I've got other boxes that are for the Pokemon that are already like level 100 maxed out. Ghost type Terra Ghost Munchlax is good for his own reasons. Okay, and then all these Pokemon. So this one here is a Pokemon that could potentially be used. It's a modest Galarian Slowpoke. Use that. Yeah, I think this modest Squirtle is not useful, actually. It's only cool because it's got a Cherish Ball. Which doesn't pass on by breeding, but that's okay. All these Pokemon are good. This guy's a potential for later. Like if they have potential, I'm trying to separate them out, and put them in a separate box for Pokemon that I could potentially upgrade, compared to Pokemon that are already fully maxed out. You know? Oh shit! No, I knew that you'd say that. That's competitive Pokemon lingo that I knew that you in particular would have some dumb thing to say. Taking notes. He's taking notes. I don't have a Vaporeon in here anyways, don't worry. I don't have a Vaporeon, I don't think, so we're safe, chat, we're safe. Is Terra Electric Ursa Ring really that useful? I don't think so. We can get rid of that one. Oh, Smeargle, yeah, I've got this awesome Smeargle here. Mostly awesome because I put him in a nest ball. I think that's funny. I've got this guy. I don't know. I think, okay. It's going to take too long to go through and do each one at a time like this. Oh, my Level Ball Vital Spirit Magmortar. That's for Level Ball Vital Spirit Magmar with Follow Me. So that's another one that needs to be bred so that I can get a Magmar. Don't say anything, you jerk. Alright. Terra Water Executor, it's not really that interesting, but maybe we'll keep it. Regular Meowstic, that can go away. Trico is of interest. Litwick is to be improved. So it's kind of like 3 categories. Like, these are ones that could go to maybe breed for the correct traits. These ones are to be updated, and then there will be ones like Phenomena and Quack.exe here, Blaziken, that are like already good to go, you know? Already playable and strong and maxed out. Something like this. Another team, let's see, some team ideas that I had that I want to talk about while I do this organization to keep the chat and the stream on theme. One thing I really like the idea of is there's a Pokemon called Palmot with Revival Blessing. And Revival Blessing is just the item Revive, which you can use in-game, which is super, super crazy. Like, extremely good. Oh, Terra Water Carkle, that's actually useful. Terra Water Toadscruel also useful, resisting ice. Terra Water Pyroar, not that great. Terra Water Garchomp, everyone has that. It's kind of fun. But yeah, so this idea is Revival Blessing Palmot. It's a Pokemon that can use the item Revive, and then there's the Dondozo Tatsugiri combination, where it's like 2 Pokemon in 1. If your Dondozo faints, the Tatsugiri comes back out. You can switch it out into Palmot. Palmot Revive the Dondozo, and then you can have Dondozo Tatsugiri again. So it's like you have 4 Pokemon, plus Tatsugiri, plus Palmot. Even if Palmot dies doing that, it's still Dondozo twice, which is like 4 Pokemon's worth of strength, plus the Tatsugiri left over, plus another Pokemon. It's like you can do like a 6v4. And I think that is very awesome conceptually. Very exciting. Ah, jeez. Awesome. Interesting. Zebstrika doesn't really have a niche. Ghost Metang? Bug? Terra Bug? Metagross. And a Heavy Ball. I think that's one that would be just to keep the Heavy Ball on it. Terra Ghost is kind of interesting, though. Terra Ghost Scrafty is actually pretty reasonable. Terra Fire Golurk doesn't really matter. I guess Carlos, for context, if you're not into the competitive Pokemon scene, when I say Terra, that's the type of Pokemon it can turn into. So, Golurk is Ground Ghost, but it can turn into a Fire type with Terra Fire. Okay, Terra Bug Diglett is not useful. Let's ditch that. Oh, is that a Lowland Diglett? That's still no good. Terra Fire Dugong, that's funny. We're keeping that, even though it's no good. I just think it's funny to have. Regular Skarmory, that can go away. It's nothing special. Terra Ice Armarouge. Only useful to get Ice-type Terra Blast as the move. Would you ever use Ice-type Terra Blast on Armarouge? The only extra coverage it gets is against, like, Hydreigon. Like, specifically Pokemon that resist Fire and Psychic, there's not a lot of them. Any Dragon that resists Psychic will do it. But then Ice doesn't hit the Dragon Steel anyways. I don't think I'll worry about that. I think Terra Ice Armarouge is a meme. Granados, not useful. Yeah, right now I'm trying to release Pokemon that aren't useful. Oh, I get a Bolt Beam Bellabolt? That's funny, we'll do that. Just 3 attacks that are electric to go with its ability, unique ability, and then Terra Ice, so I can surprise a ground type. That's fun. Terra Fairy Duozion with Magic Guard? That's interesting again. We'll keep that. Yeah, so Revival Blessing Palm with a Dondoza Tetsugiri. That was an idea that I had. I also wanted to look up on Pokemon DB if there's any Pokemon that can learn the move Bulldoze and the moves either Life Dew or Pollen Puff. So Bulldoze will hit your, hit every Pokemon, and then Life Dew or Pollen Puff could be used to heal your ally. And I was thinking, do that with a Clear Amulet Annihilate that has a Terra type that resists ground, potentially, but maybe not even if the Pokemon that's using the supporting move is weak enough. Oh, my Terra Ground Ceruledge, that's one of my OGs from the main game. We're keeping them separate here. Yeah, so if there's a Pokemon that can learn Bulldoze and Life Dew or Pollen Puff, then I could potentially Bulldoze to slow down the enemy team. My Clear Amulet Annihilate ignores the slow, basically getting a speed buff, while also increasing the power of its Rage Fist by 1 level. Putting it, I think after you get hit 1 time, Rage Fist goes to a full 100 base power, which is already really amazing. Terra Normal. Oh, but it's got Regenerate. It's the hidden ability. I don't think I need to worry about that too much. But anyways, long story short, I want to do this trick where I get an Annihilate that effectively is faster than the opponent, and then can get healed by the Life Dew. That was another idea I wrote down. Terra Flying Motor Drive Electivire is actually kind of decent. Ah, it's friend! It's my Snick! My Schnick. My Snake buddy. Love this guy. I have to start putting them into a different box. Alright, they'll go in the Terra the Psychic box, since I don't have any Pokemon apparently that are Terra Psychic to worry about. Whew, good elevator music on this level, let me tell ya. Terra Steel Alolan Executor, that's kind of funny. That's probably worth keeping. Regular Cincino with no special traits. Terra Water Abomasnow is not as good as Terra Fire Abomasnow, I would say. Terra Flying Garganacl is pretty good. And just a regular Porygon, not necessary. What else do we got going on here? Terra Dragon, that's awesome on a lot of Pokemon, but doesn't really help on Breloom. It's super funny on Darkspun. Donphan's not really worth, because you're still weak to ice, so it doesn't really help. Ooh, hell, that's one of my trained up ones. My originals. Special Gimmighoul, that's like the right nature. That's good. Iron Bundle, which I can't catch in this game, so I should keep track of them. Terra Poison Sylveon is somewhat useful. Terra Dragon Mudbray no good for the same reason as Terra Dragon Donphan. Rhonda Rhyhorn! Rhonda Rhyhorn, I think, is maxed out. No, Rhonda Rhyhorn is not maxed out. Ooh, the timer! I have to go start my bread. In celebration of this, I'll have you guys look at the summary for Dockspun. Here you go. Go take a peek at my bread while I go and adjust my bread. I'll be back in just a minute. Alright, the bread is ready. The celebratory bread stream. Okay, let's continue. Oh my god, we're only 15 boxes in. This will take forever. I'll start moving faster. It's not too hard to do. You just have to have larger standards, you know, better standards. Flame Body Magby. Is that better than Vital Spirit? I don't know. Alright, now we can do this fun trick, which is bulk releasing. Look at how great this is. Oh my goodness. Boom. 30 Pokemon gone. Just like that. Way faster. That's like the main time-saving thing by doing it in this menu as opposed to doing it in-game. Just the ability to mass release like 50 Pokemon at once is huge. Oh, Terraghost Talonflame? Yeah, Terraghost is huge because Terraghost prevents Fake Out. Terraghost on Blissey means no fighting type attacks. Terraghost on Riolu means no Fake Out. Yeah, this is all good. No notes. Fire type Rhydon. Terra Normal is not that good for these Pokemon. Okay, Terra Normal, there is an argument for Normal on Metachan because of Fake Out. It's not a big argument, but it is an argument. That's cool. Flying Tyranitar is cool. Wug Trio is not worth even keeping on the team. Sorry, Wug Trio. I love Wug Trio, but, you know... Mass Bostiff is also just doesn't really have a niche. Some of these Pokemon are so bad. Terra Grass, Minun. I mean, Plusle Minun, not really that useful. Duo, not really that like. Oh man, we're getting some speed now. We're going through some empty boxes, and then these pages here, where I've got the page 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Page 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are like Pokemon that I could use or update. So for the most part, they shouldn't need too many changes. Oh, it's Quaxton. He was my starter. Love Quaxton. What a beast. Sarina. Yeah, goodbye. Whiscash. Yeah, goodbye. Puterco, my starter. Goodbye. Sorry, Porco, you're no special. River Vroom, not that good. Crabominable. Like, none of these have remarkable traits, so no big deal. These are just random dudes that I have. Quaxon was my original starter. Salsa. I guess I can be nice to Porco. It's pretty cute. Come over here with Brick and Salsa. On Ignadile! Oh, I loved Ignadile. I got that guy in a Wonder Trade. Klefki is kind of interesting. The Raid Greedent. Oh, Girafarig. There's nothing special about this Girafarig, but Farigiraf is a crazy Pokemon. Is that Terra Dragon Greedent? That's hilarious. Terra Dragon Greedent stays just on the grounds that it's Terra Dragon Greedent. Like, that's funny. Jump Bluff, nothing particularly special there. Flapple. Maybe we can keep the Flapple, but probably not necessary. Regular Espeon, go away, sorry. Cassiope, my Grafaiai, you can stay, you were part of my original team. I nicknamed all my guys in my original playthrough is why. Power Spot Stonejourner is something that you could keep and use. Ice Q has a very mild niche of being immune one time to a physical attack, so that's something to keep. Yeah. Palisand. Vivian. Swalot. It doesn't even have Dream Shard Magnet. Swalot's great in Pokemon Sleep, and is actually kind of meta-relevant. Because in Pokemon Sleep you can farm Dream Shards with it, which is like one of the limited currencies. That's all it has going for it. Vespiquen, not that useful. Houndoom. Houndoom's a little more interesting, but yeah, again, not that useful. Iron Hands, that's an important Pokemon. That's like a genuine threat here. We gotta keep hold of those where we can. Dark type Haunter, not that good. Fighting Hawlucha, not that good. Ground Hippowdon, not that good. Yeah, we're just coming through some trouble here. Troubled times. This Meowth can get released. Masquerain, Bannet, Slowking. These are all... Yeah, we're getting into the Pokemon that are all pretty mid, to say the least. Slacking are a dime a dozen. Although, there's nothing special in that Slacking. Slacking does go very nicely with my other Pokemon. Weezing. Weezing Slacking is a reasonable core that I thought about using. Straight up Tauros. Tauros ain't bad. Spidops. That's a rough Pokemon, Spidops. And I think all these Pokemon can get released. So then we go here, we go here, we go here, we go here, and we just start releasing everything. They all go back out to the wild. Now we're making mad progress. I was worried about how slow it was going, but that's because we were kind of slogging through caught and imported Pokemon. After this, we'll be able to get into some of the meat and potatoes of things. What's another team idea that I had ready to as a talking point? Ooh, oh. Yeah, I wanted to do a Cleavor team. Cleavor was very interesting to me. Because Cleavor, with a single attack, sets up Stealth Rock. And now, Stealth Rock is usually not worth a turn to use, but if you put a Focus Sash on a Sharpness Cleavor and hit a support Pokemon, say Incineroar or any of the Tailwind users, and just like one-shot it with the Stone Axe while setting Stealth Rock, it becomes extremely high value. It also gets access to, optionally, I think you can have Technician for Accelerock or Quick Attack. It's some priority in the biz. So it starts to get to where you can really do a lot of positive things with Cleavor. Mainly setting up Stealth Rock and then having priority and damage threat afterwards, while hopefully getting one KO. If you can pull that off, that's crazy, you know, that's crazy. I think we'll keep Spiritomb, just because Spiritomb is a little more difficult to get, but everything else we can get rid of. Rabska's an annoying one to get as well. Because you have to walk like 10,000 steps with it or some shit. Alright, a Terrafire, Dragonite, sure, whatever. A Anger Point Tauros, sure. Oh, Mariko, my little quick ball oh, shit, I could use this. Yeah, that's why he's in the waiting room. Oh, the Terra Ghost Tyranitar. And Terra Ghost Tyranitar is kind of interesting. I already have a very good Tyranitar, but I don't remember what Terra I put on that Tyranitar. That was for a different event. Go find it now since it's relevant to the conversation. Here it is. Kaya Julia. Oh, just Terra Rock. It says modest, but that's not true. I've got it minted to be a adamant in nature. Kaya Julia. So you can drop a Rock Slide. It's a Rock Slide Sand Core. Here you go. You know, you've got Sand Rush, Rock Slide, and then you've got Kai Julia dropping the Rock Slide. I think I did Assault Vest. I'm not sure. Yeah, it was Assault Vest Focus Sash. So you would drop double Rock Slide. If Bella got to level 1, then I don't think I had Endure. At one point I had a set that had Endure in a Focus Sash. So you go to 1 health, Endure, and then the Sandstorm would kill them. That was cool. Yeah, so that's pretty sweet. Now, these Pokemon are already finished. This one's already finished. This one's already finished. Rage Fist, Drain Punch, Bulk Up, Protect. The classic. I can't believe they gave Annihilate Defiant as well. Like, what an insane ability. What else do we have? For Regulation H, let's discuss some Regulation H stuff. So for Regulation H, I have identified the biggest threats as Dondozo Tatsugiri, Palafin, just like Palafin with an underline on it. Palafin in general. Palafin is an incredible Pokemon. We've also got Archaludon, or Archaludon? That Pokemon is crazy. Just to rain, you know, Assault Vest Stamina or leftovers, Citrus Berry, Sturdy, Protect, you know, whatever it is. Just a rain Archaludon. Golden Go, with the kind of the benchmark being like, if you don't have an answer to Terra Steel, Choice Specs, Golden Go, Make It Rain, the Make It Rain is gonna wreck your face, you know. You will get wrecked. Riggedy wrecked, son. Ah, Blarp! Good old Blarp. Blarp was one of the OGs. Yeah, so that's one. The Terra Steel, Choice Specs, Golden Go, Make It Rain. Then just King Gambit. King Gambit kind of in general. Can be quite insane. Sneasler, that's a new one. I don't like Sneasler very much, but Sneasler is quite good. Oh yeah, baby, I've got the Terra Dark Toxicroak. Hell yeah. Terra Dark Toxicroak is, the reason... Alright, so let me explain Terra Dark Toxicroak. You can go with Dry Skin as the ability, so you're immune to water. Then you can Poison is super effective against Rillaboom. Fighting is super effective against Incineroar. And Dark gives you stab on Sucker Punch and immunity to Prankster. Like, what a Swiss Army knife. With decent attack, too. These guys are going away. Like, the Gengar, Dragonite, and Salamence are not that big. Like, Terra Steel Salamence, I guess, is kind of interesting. To resist ice. But Terra Fire Dragonite, I guess, is the same way. I don't know. These can kind of go to the prep rooms more than anything. Cerulege is definitely going to go away, though. It's kind of like the generic, like, decent Pokemon page. Walking Wake. Iron Leaves. And Meowscarada. These are two legendary Pokemon. Oh yeah, but yeah, Sneasler is strong because of poison fighting type, just like Toxicroak. Sneasler is basically Toxicroak, but better in every single way. It's faster, it hits harder, and it's got a signature move that can confuse and poison at a high rate. But Toxicroak does have an immunity to water, it heals in rain, it gets access to Sucker Punch, and I think that's it. It might be tankier, it's hard to say, I don't remember. These are just kind of like randomly legendaries. This is a random and regular Meowscarada, so we can get rid of it. I guess we'll put it next to the other starters that I have here. Other threats. Amoonguss. Oh, God, Amoonguss. Just, yeah, just Spore. Whoa, yeah, Spore. Oh, the originals box. Yeah, we got a lot of good originals in here. Not the Zacian, though. It's not an original. Valkyra. Meyer. Dirge. Yeah, these are all originals. Some of them I didn't know that I could or could not evolve them, so I caught them and then named them and then figured out you couldn't even evolve them. Naga. My shiny Dug Trio named Dig Dug. What a sweet find. These are shinies and legendaries here, so we'll use them up. I don't know if Toxicroak has anything that you can do that Sneasler doesn't do better. Probably tankier. That's probably the one thing. Tankier, and it's immune to water and heals in rain, thanks to dry skin. Looks like the Paradox Pokemon box is still fine. None of these have been maxed out yet, so they can all stay right where they are. Stars of Victory. This is a team that I had. Terra Steel. Yeah, Terra Steel defensive support Volcarona. Struggle Bug Rage Powder Flame Body with a Rocky Helmet. What a set. What a incredible set. Terra Grass Electro, that's nothing. Stars of Glory, these aren't even real Pokemon, half of these guys. Oh, the tanky Misdreavus though, hell yeah. Man, I gotta nickname my guys more. Oh, an egg? Can't do anything with an egg, apparently. Regular da-da-da. A regular Floette. Yeah, I think this Misdreavus I was setting up to be a Eviolite. Yeah, Pain Split, Parasung, Trick Room, Nightshade. What an annoying piece of crap. This Ditto, nothing special. This Ambipom, nothing special. This Como cool only because it has a certain Terra type, you know. This is getting kind of rough, actually. Marked 100 stars of power. Oh, we're almost done. We're almost at the end. Terra Water and Terra Steel Blissies are not useful. I have a Terra Ghost. That's the only Terra I'd probably ever put on a Blissey. I guess Ghost or... maybe Steel. Alright, fine. Maybe Steel. But not Water. That doesn't matter. A Terra Steel Gardevoir... probably more likely to want to use a Terra on a damaging move on that. Terra Fairy on a Primate is actually kind of a useful thing. Because the Fairy coverage on attacking more so. Would I ever want to put Terra Blast on that? I don't know. Unlikely. Normal Hitmontop, Chimecho, those can go away. There we go. We got the Level Ball Electabuzz ready to go. Hell yeah. Tyrogue and Graveler, those can go away. Typhon, the Regirock. Thanatos and Water-type Urshifu. Kingdra, Shiny Squirtle. Yeah, we're looking at some cool stuff. What else do you have to be afraid of? Oh, so I've been talking about it a lot. Annihilate. Can't believe they gave that Pokemon Defiant. What an insane Pokemon to give a good ability. That's one of the big threats. As well as both forms of Ursaluna. The physical form and the special form are both insane. And you gotta watch out for Terra Normal Dragonite with extreme speed. That's just like, if you can't deal with a Dragon Dance Dragonite, doing a single Dragon Dance, and then pressing, just like... Oh, or Choice Band as well. Choice Band Dragonite also very, 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 very good. If you can't deal with a Choice Band Terra Normal Dragonite hitting you with extreme speeds, that's not good for you. Okay, Pelico here. Hatterene, that's Terra Steel. Kind of interesting, I guess. The Terra Steel box. We know now that we're not very far from that box. Level 100 Zapdos, the regular Rampardos, that can go away. The Light Metal Beldum, that's not that good. Not even a fun ball, doesn't have any special moves. Vulcan, Yuna, Kyogre, regular Vibrava. Yeah, the releases are getting more obvious here as we go. Because it's like, oh, guys that are level 100... Oh, Terra Poison Hydreigon. That's like my favorite Terra type for Hydreigon, actually. Because what is Hydreigon's only weakness? Poison. Well, it's got other weaknesses, but they don't matter. The only one that matters is being 4 times weak to Fairy. So, Poison both resists Fairy and is super effective against it. Steel is the same way, actually, but Poison's a little bit better coverage offensively than Steel is. Kind of a dime a dozen. I guess one nice thing is that Poison can't be poisoned. And I think Fire-type attacks are more common. I don't know. Dragon. Maybe Steel is better. Here's my World Championship Amoonguss. I maxed out another different maxed out Rotom Wash. All these guys are good to go. Then these Pokemon they've got marks. Pretty sure I went through that and did all the marking, so that's good. We've got these Pokemon are already vetted and kept. And we're back to the beginning. So there we go. We've now successfully done it. We finally made it through all the damn Pokemon. So now we can do a maximum release. Or a final release, I should call it. It's good to me. Now we come over here, and we're going to do list mode. This is box order with no filters applied. Let's filter. Oh, whoa. Hey, whoa there. This is a lot of filters. Interesting. Well, I guess I don't need to do that. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. Alright, we're going to go back to out of box order. We're going to change these. So, Fighting Ground Rock. We're going to change the name of this box. We got 16 characters to go. Fight. Ground. Take out the vowels. R-C-K. And then S. F. Okay, let's do FGT. Oh, no, we can't do that. FT. There we go. Rock. Ground. STL. Just to try to condense this down. Fighting Rock, Ground, and Steel. That'll be all the Pokemon that are Fighting Rock, Ground, or Steel Terra types that are just to be investigated. That aren't already, like, you know, God Pokemon are maxed out. God Pokemon, maxed out Pokemon, they will be especially considered. And put in their own places. Basic box. This is going to take a lot of organizing. But it'll be worth it when it's done, because then I'll be able to quickly and easily identify everything I need. Alright, so this one we can delete. It's actually technically box 2. We'll rename these later as we have to. Steel will be 4. Okay, so we got Fairy, Dark, Poison, Psychic. What goes best? Fairy, Psychic kind of go together? Fairy, Psychic, Dark, Ghost, maybe? Fairy... Psychic... Dark... GHST. That looks pretty good. Fry Side Dark Ghost. I like that. Fry Side. So that's the Fairy Psychic Dark Ghost. That guy's a fairy. Fairy. And no one else is in here because of a special Terra type. Oh my god, putting the steel in this first box is actually gonna suck. Fighting and Ground. Rock and Steel. Steel just takes up so many more extra guys. The Steel's one of the best types, so it's also one of the best Terra types. I think you've got space still. Yeah, look at that. Clean. This Pokemon go to box 4. Just a place that they all get to live happily ever after. All this shit's gonna have to get so organized after this. Oh boy. Alright. Here we've got 3 fairies. Are none of the... I don't have any Pokemon that are Terra Dark. That I kept because of their Terra Darkness. That's so funny. Then I need Psychic and Ghost. I don't know if I had any Psychic either. I ended up with no Psychic. Ghost I definitely had some that I kept though. Yes, Ghost has a few. See, I was just like way too ambitious with my naming of boxes. Like, I wasn't being realistic about what Pokemon were going to go in there. So we got Fairy, and then no Psychic, no Dark, and then we got Ghost. So there it is. Because the one guy that's Terra Ghost that I actually want to use is the Krogunk. He's kept especially elsewhere. So this one will be... all out. It's good. We're getting so close. We're making excellent progress. Alright, the Poison Box. I've actually got a few Terra Poison, because Terra Poison's actually quite solid. So we'll use the Poison. Let's do Poison and Grass and Bug. Poison, Grass, and Bug. We got normal flying, dragon, ice, water, electric, fire. So this will just be poison, grass, and bug. That, because grass and poison are two of the better Terra types, so it's fine to give them more space. Grass Terra type making you immune to Rage Powder and Spore, as well as giving you useful resistances. Poison Terra type making you resist Fairy is kind of a... Resist Fairy and be super effective against Fairy is huge. And then Bug is not real. No one uses Terra Bug, but we'll just lump it in there. Okay, Poison, Grass, and Bug is done. We still have a couple boxes left. Wow. Okay, we got Terra Electric remaining. Electric, Water, Ice, Dragon. Normal flying. Electric, Water, Ice, Dragon, normal flying. That works, right? Or Water... No, let's do Water, Dragon, and normal... Water, Ice, Dragon, and then Electric, normal flying. Those fit better. So, Electric, normal flying. And then Nerm fly. And this one will be Water, Ice, Dragon. What? Ice. Dragon. There we go. Just gotta name these random crap so I don't mistakenly put things in there as I'm searching. Because I want them to be quickly and easily accessible. Because now I'm going to switch to the crazy sort. Or at least pretty soon I will. I should actually be naming these real names, now that I think about it. Because, what are the categories? Let's think about the categories. Broadly speaking. Oh, timer! Bread! Bread! Earlier the timer was so the bread to be done proofing. Now the bread's done baking. Bread break. Alright. Bread is baked. And I grabbed a Reese's Peanut Butter Cup. Reese's, please sponsor this channel. $5, that's all I ask. Alright. Useful categories. Support. Supports are useful categories. Cores. There's cores or combos. Hold on. Things like Dondozo Tatsugiri. So we'll call that combos. Pokemon that are made to work with each other, like Tyranitar and Lycanroc, or Dondozo Tatsugiri. So that's a combo. Pure Support. That's a combo. Or Pure Support, that's a category, rather. Pokemon like Clefairy, or Pokemon like Whimsicott, Pokemon like Murkrow. Pokemon that provide nothing, really, except support. Pokemon like Eviolite Misdreavus. Pokemon that use Follow Me, Amoonguss, that sort of thing. That's a good category. Should we call one Bombs? Bombs or Threats? Threats? Sweepers, I guess you could call it. Sweepers and Breakers. Sweepers, Breakers, or Bruisers, Tanks? I like tanks. Alright, let's get these onto paper here. So here we go. Let's do this one. And we'll do all caps for the ones that are competitive. Combos. And then for this one we'll do... We'll call this one Combo Prep. For Pokemon that have not been set up yet. For this one, we'll call it... Sweepers. This one... We might have enough Sweepers that we can do Sweepers too. But for now, let's call this one Sweepers Prep. We do it all caps when they're ready, and lowercase when they're not ready. This one we will do... Should we do tanks? Yeah, I like tanks. There's also bruisers, there's also walls. Then obviously this one comes to being tanks prep. This one should be support. Wait, did I already do a support? Tanks prep, sweepers prep, combos prep. Yep, so we'll do support and support prep then, of course. You have to organize your boxes categorically when you're team building. It's really important. Because otherwise, how are you going to find your crap, you know? Support prep. Okay, so we've got combos, we got support, we got tanks, we got sweepers. And we have preparatory versions of each of those. Then we'll need one that's specifically for doing raid battles, which we will call Raiders. This one we'll call Raid. Oop, not the all caps. Oh, we don't need a Raiders prep, because they're either good for a raid in-game or they're not, right? We already have the Originals box. Let's go familiars. We have a marked one, which is cool for guys that are marked. We have Paradox for just generically Paradox guys we're not using. Level 100 is kind of redundant at this point. We're not going to need a level 100 distinction. Should we call one mid-range, or like bruisers? Because there are going to be Pokemon that are going to be standalone, like Araquanid, that will end up being bruisers but not tanks or support, so we should do that, yep. So we'll do this one. Bruisers. Just like the League of Legends of the life here. Oops, why am I saying prep? Dumb. This one will be Bruiser's prep. And then I guess because VGC is not the only thing that exists, we've got these 5 pages are for generic dudes. The waiting room stuff we're dealing with the prep, so we can get rid of the waiting rooms. So we got Bruisers prep, we've got Originals. We should have one for singles. BSS? Specialists. Is there a certain Pokemon that you would want to use in Battle Spot singles that you would not use in VGC? There are not a lot that wouldn't work both ways, but there are some that would work both ways. So we should have just one box for BSS specials. The five pages, page 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, those are for just Pokemon from the games that I want to keep around for one reason or another. So this one here can be BSS Special Prep. If we catch a Pokemon that we think is especially good for Battle Spot singles. You never know. Fits perfectly, 16 out of 16 characters. This one can be a nothing at the moment. We'll see if we need a category. Maybe just... Oh, I already have a Shinies tab. We might need a special category just for something that we forgot about. Oh, I don't have a Shinies tab. Okay, so this will be Shinies then. Which we will do with lowercase because it would only be for Shinies that we're not using competitively for one reason or another. So we'll go Shinies, colon... parentheses. There we go. So now the boxes are also done. We will quickly save. Because we've made a lot of changes. Good piece of chocolate that was. Right, we've saved all the boxes. Now we can finally do the crazy thing, which is organizing everything. But this time we can do list view because we have the names of the boxes we want. So, and we've already done... Well, actually, let's just check. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, we've already done the correct Terra types for the Terra type boxes. Ghost and Fairy. Poison and Grass. Oh, this grass box is just a nothing box. Electric. This guy's a Terra Water. He goes in the Terra Water zone. Oh, I should move around the actual box pages, shouldn't I? Shoot! Back! No, random guy. Ah, hold on. Let's see if I can do that. Box spaces like that, yeah! There we go. Press Y to move these. Alright, so we're gonna grab Electric Normal Fly and put it right by Fry. So Poison Grass Bug, Electric Normal, Fry. Fairy! Fry as in fairy. I should change that because I can't interpret it at a glance. It was funny to see Fry, but the lag is crazy on this. Huh. I wonder if I could move an entire box into the basic box. That'd be kind of an interesting thing. One, two, three, four. First 5 boxes should be page 1, page 2, page 3, page 4, page 5. Which are apparently like mostly empty now because I released everything that was on there, but that's okay. Alright, page 1, page 2, page 3, page 4, page 5 of just any Pokemon I catch. Pokedex stuff, breeding stuff, random Pokemon that I catch out in the wild, anything, whatever. Then Fairy, Psychic, Dark, and Ghost. Electric, Normal, and Flying, Poison, Grass, Bug, Fighting, Rock, Ground, and Steel. Terra types. Is there not one more Terra type thing? There it is. Water, Ice, Dragon. Alright, there we go. That's all the Terra types. Then we will move into Raiders, because Raiders kind of comes naturally after the Terra type thing. So there's Raiders. Then we will have the original. No, then we'll have the Paradox, then the originals, then the shinies. After Paradox, then Originals, then Shinies. Then we can start to get into the main archetypes. So then we'll do Battle Spot Singles. Battle Spot Singles Prep. And then we'll get into the VGC stuff. I think the easiest thing to do first is combos. Combos and combo prep. Boy, this is fun. This is just like chill. After combos, the next thing that makes sense is sweepers, because there's going to be a lot of those. After sweepers, probably the most important thing is support. 80 carry, then support. Probably then bruisers. Then tanks. And these things are just kind of generic whatever. And we have a spare box left at all of it. Oh, and I have 2 more boxes here, marked and level 100. Sure, I guess those don't really count as anything. The level 100 box is a junk box, because level doesn't matter. And then there's marked. Okay. Now, finally, after all this time, we can proceed to list view. On the list view, we can get things going. Here, let's find another talking point from my team development notes that I came up with today. We already talked about Dozogiri. Oh, there's a different version. So an aggressive Dozogiri, you can run alongside of a sweeper. So if you have a powerful Dondozo, that's kind of more standalone, not like one of these goofy tank ones. You can do a strong, fast Dondozo, Tatsugiri in the back, and you put it next to a powerful sweeper. Or a Pokemon that exerts a threat of different kinds. So it's something like Glamora with like a Meteor Beam or with a Mortal Spin. You can also run it next to Choice Band Dragapult. You can run it next to, I mean, just Choice Band Dragons in general. Anything that's like a huge threat, right? Meteor Beam or Mental Herb. I mean, what's the herb? The herb! The herb that makes the Electro Shot work in Power Herb. Power Herb, Arcaludon next to Dondozo. You can run all kinds of crazy shit like that. Like a Choice Specs Golden Go. Choice Specs Terra Steel Golden Go next to Dondozo. The idea behind this team is your opponent is not going to want to attack the slot next to Dondozo. Because if that slot switches out to Tatsugiri, Tatsugiri will combine with Dondozo into the double Pokemon. That slot will be empty, their attacks will be wasted. So that slot can kind of just do whatever it wants. It can go Terra Steel, Choice Specs, make it rain, and Dondozo just protects on the first turn. After you got that free first turn, then you can mind game your opponent. Am I going to switch out this guy, or am I going to leave it in and do it again? And from there on, it's kind of like a coin flip, but like, what's the worst that happens? The worst that happens, you switch to Tatsugiri, Dondozo becomes 2 Pokemon, and then they're fighting a Dondozo Tatsugiri, which is not easy, and you keep your sweeper in the back. So that's kind of a big idea that I wanted to do. Ah, shoot. The box order doesn't really help us here. Okay, that's fine. So yeah, these guys are fine to keep on the pages. These guys are fine to keep on the pages. Actually, these guys, some of these are early game Pokemon of my own. So they would therefore go to the originals page, which is here. Got a lot of originals coming through. This Tyranitar is a Terra Flying Tyranitar, so it comes over here to the Electric Normal and Flying box. I have to change this one because... Is there any way to move the cursor? Oh, yeah. Is there anything better than FRE? Maybe I can do F. Oh, yeah, there we go. I can just do GST for Ghost. And then this one can be F. Ah, gosh. Oh, here we go. Fairy. And I can keep the H on the Ghost. Okay. So I guess let's start with box 1. Box 1 being page 1 currently. All of these Pokemon are valid page 1 choices. Ceruledge goes to the Terra Steel page, I guess. So many Terra Steel freaking guys. Well, these guys are nothing special. They're just cooler, interesting Pokemon than I thought I might keep around. Same here, same here, same, nothing, same. These are all scanned, we're good. These are top row scanned, those are fine. But this bottom row is where things get interesting. So, we have a completely maxed out but not trained Blaziken. That goes to the Sweepers box. Sweepers 1. We're gonna need another box or 2 for Sweepers prep, I think. Yeah, because he's not ready, so he goes in Sweepers prep anyways. Because he has bulk up and reversal, which are both not correct. So he goes in Sweepers prep. Regieleki would also be a sweeper. This one's a Sweepers prep because it's not maxed out, it's not done. This Ninetales is gonna be a Sweepers prep as well. Calyrex and its Shadow Rider, they're a combo. But I don't think this one's done. Mild. Maybe they're done. Yeah, that's a done combo, I think, yeah. This guy's in Originals. Tatsugiri is a nothing. That's a combos prep. Terra Ground not being that useful, but oh well. Terra Ground being bad means it probably goes into the Terra Ground category. I have to get a box done before I do all this crap. Do one box at a time. So here, the Electric Normal Flying box is what we're working on currently. Quack.exe, that is a tank. Tank is done. This analytic VGC 21, that is a tank. So this one is a tank. This one's a bruiser. Tank, bruiser, tank, bruiser. It's gonna feel so good to have this be done, I'll tell you. This needed to happen, and it's kind of nice to sit here and chat and hang out. Just something to do, and maybe this video will help 1 to 3 people kind of figure out how they want to organize things, and also maybe give them some ideas for Regulation H, because I really like Regulation H, and there's like no content out there for it right now because, well, I guess the content's old. There's no current content, so I thought I'd start the conversation back up since the current VGC season is Regulation H. It's not combo, it's not sweeper. It's a bruiser. Yeah, mine was a tank, this one's a bruiser. Because it's analytics, so you don't do Trick Room, you just do, like, 3 attacks, recover. Like, Tri-Attack, Foul Play, Ice Beam, recover, something like that. Okay, what else we got here? Phenomenon is a completed support. Herald is definitely a bruiser. Litwick is a future... We'll call it a bruiser, because we'll call it a sweeper prep. That's going to be a sweeper prep. Chandelier being what it is. Mimikyu is going to be a support prep, probably? Or maybe a Battle Spot Singles Specialist is more appropriate here. Oh, I should use the basic box to temporarily move things around. That would speed things up so much. Okay, let's do that. So we can oh, yeah, that's the way, bro. We just come through here. We stack them up into the basic box, and we fill the basic box with anything that's not appropriate to the box that we're on. Yes, absolutely. Fighting Rock, Ground, Steel. That box is clean. Good to go. Water, Ice, Dragon. That box is looking like it's good to go. Surprised I don't have any Terra Dragons around here. Oh, here's some Terra Dragon guys that have to go places. Do things. This is a Terra Psychic. Terra Poison, rather. It's random Titan. Okay. These are all Terra Dragon. That's fighting. That's a random box. Okay, so dragons. Fighting. Yeah, it actually, it occurs to me that I should be taking all these guys and not doing them yet, because there are Pokemon that yet need terrestrialization associated, you know, movements. Like these guys are both originals. This guy's a random box guy. These guys are both paradoxes. We'll do the competitive stuff last. This is just a random box guy. I should make another box for to breed, or to, you know what I mean? Like a two... Should be one of these. Instead of Tanks, instead of Stars of Victory, we'll call this one Breeding Program. Carlos is gonna love that one. I could call it something like horrible, like eugenics or something bad. We'll just call it genetics. Or... Oh, genealogy. That's a cool word. That's your word of the day. Genealogy. So that'll be for the Pokemon that I need to, like, breed descendants for one reason or another. This is a... these are competitive. If they're competitive, they're not getting in here. It's appropriate that there's an egg already in the genealogy page, too. That's kind of funny. Oh, let's stop here while we're on. Paradox. Originals. Got quite a good stock of originals, actually. Yo, Mask, what's up, my guy? Welcome to my chill stream. How you been? The Tank Man. I have not gotten a chance to play the new... That reminded me of the Helldivers expansion, which I still haven't gotten a chance to play. I've got a video game championship event coming up, so I thought I would just kind of chill and chat about life while organizing my boxes and getting my Pokemon ready to rumble. Huh. So these ones are for the genealogy program. How you been, Mask? How have I been? Well, you know how I am, busy as hell all the time. But, you know, I'm trying to come to grips with a way that I can kind of do whatever I need to while I also am here. It's like I was baking bread during the stream. I'm like, oh, let me run downstairs and quickly take the proofed bread out and punch it down and proof it some more. And then, oh, hold on, let me run down and bake it. You know, like I can still live my life while streaming. I just have to take it way more chill, you know? The originals look like they're all good. So yeah, very busy, but trying to find a way to do the hobbies and things I enjoy while staying busy, you know? But overall, very good, you know? Money's not much of a concern anymore, so that's always a great feeling, you know? Always feels good to not be broke. What else we got going on here? These guys are all for later. These guys are all for later. These guys are random Terra Pokemon that can go elsewhere, but this one's going to be a prep for competitive, so we'll leave it. These are not prep for anything in particular, so... New Terminids! Oh man, we gotta do a Helldivers stream one day here. Helldivers has been calling to me. But lately I've just been playing Age of Mythology for an hour or two with friends and then going to bed at the end of every day. Like, there's no time. If I've only got 2 hours of free time, I may as well do it with friends in a chill way. Because it takes 20 minutes, half hour to set up a stream. If it's for a new game. If it's for an old game, it takes like 5 to 15 minutes, depending on what I'm doing. I guess the point of that being... That guy's a level 100 Adamant Propeller Tail Arrokuda, huh? Alright. Something else with that, I guess. But you know what I mean, like, if I've only got 2 hours, setting up a stream, starting a stream, and doing the stream would be... Like, I wouldn't be able to stream more than, like, an hour or 40 minutes, so... Dragon? Like a flying dragon Terminid? My guy. Where at? Where at? I want to know the location. Hot Terminids in your area, right? The hot bug dragons in your area. That sounds like something I really want to fight. Sweepers. This Clefairy, I think I've already maxed out as a support. Yeah, like these ones are just for random for keeps for later. Quite a few of the random for keeps for later, actually. These are for the breeding program, I guess. Can they breathe bile like fire? Do they come down, wings spread wide, and just blast their crazy poison all over the place? Because that would be awesome. Just a big, disgusting strafing run. Terra Fairy Polytoad, huh? Summer in the fog since we cleared the fog. Yeah. Yeah, and the black hole stopped. I remember seeing the note that the black hole was done. Which is, you know, good to hear. Stop out here and then go run to the other boxes. This one's genealogy. Wait, where's genealogy at? I just went past it, didn't I? So the egg can stay here. Yeah, fog hiding... The fog hiding, like, dragon... Can't put an egg in home, that's fine. I'll leave it there for this. A dragon Terminid that flies down and just strafes the battlefield with disgusting fire. Like a horrible... Yeah, Hive Lord! Hive Lord, absolutely the word I was trying to find. Yes! Hive Lord from Helldivers 1, a handful of clips of appearing, killing a few players. Wait, so is that must have been, I'm assuming, only in Helldivers 1, yeah? That is a Helldivers 1 exclusive gimmick. At least that's what I assume, based on what you're saying. These Pokemon are all good. These are all good. All good. It appears. Wait, it does? It's the Hive Lord. That's the dragon. The dragon is the Hive Lord. Oh, these are all my Terra Fire homies. Hive Lord was a common boss fight. Also, in this game, it's like an extremely rare. A rare thing. I'm probably happy that it's rare. It'll make it all the more awesome to run into one, you know? Terra Ice Bombardier. That's funny, but that's probably releasable. Terra Ice Cerulege is decent enough to use. Terra Flying Garganical, that's decent enough to use. Underground Sandworm? Oh. Oh. There's 2 new things. Brother, you're telling me there's 2 new things. So not only is there a new dragon, which I'm so excited for, but there's also a Hive Lord, which is very exciting. So they're like reaching critical mass of really badass cool stuff that I want to deal with. I gotta get back on, you know. Oh, Terra Fire Rhydon. And then a Terra Normal Metachan with the Fake Out boost. Oh, these are more originals. So I need an originals 2 as well. Need a second originals box. I don't think I was really prepared for that. So this one will be originals 2. Or we just call it the OGs. Oh, come on. The OGs. That. Take your time, make sure I'm ready for fighting such violent beasts. Hey, whoa! Hey, you gotta go. You're going out to eat. Are you going out to eat for your birthday? Because I would hope that you're going out to eat for your birthday, right? That'd be pretty sweet. And also, I guess, happy birthday early in case I don't see you. Oh, and Red Verona just dropped in, too. Coming home from class, you missed, you have to lurk. It's okay. You didn't miss really that much. I've just been chill gaming and kind of hanging out. Like, it's not a complex day today, you know? We're organizing the Pokemon boxes and kind of just chatting with the team. Chatting with the homies, as it were. But yeah, we got Mask. Mask's birthday's coming up on Friday. Gotta get down and all that, you know? Gotta get down on Friday and however else you would say that. So yeah, happy birthday, and we'll try to play some Helldivers soon. You know, One thing I would really like to do is get so good. I've talked about this so many times. I want to get so good at my calendar that I can schedule a stream. Like, if I can know what I'm doing 2 weeks ahead of time. Problem with that, I've discovered, it's kind of dependent on other people, in a way. Because I have to rely on other people also being able to schedule 2 weeks out, and it's been slow going. I've started to get some things onto a recurring or advanced schedule, but it's not always easy to get your friends to, oh yeah, I'm free Thursday after next. That way, if I schedule a stream that day and then my friends are like, oh, you want to hang out? I'm like, oh man, I never get to hang out with these friends. You know, I really want to see these people, but I already have a stream scheduled. Like, I love streaming for you guys, but I don't know if I love it more than I would love hanging out with my friends under certain circumstances. You know, certain circumstances. Okay, let's go take care of these different Terra Pokemon. So what do I have here? Fighting, fire, fairy. That's a fairy. Fairy goes here. Ice, electric, flying, normal. Okay, there's another fairy here, actually. Okay, and then electric. Normal. Flying. Trying to keep only Pokemon where the Terra type would actually matter at all. This guy's more of a genealogy program anyways. These are all fire Terra Pokemon. That's good. Steel and ice and shit. Alright. Poison, grass, and bug. There is a poison Blissey here. Fighting rock, ground, and steel. This one's becoming a problem very quickly because of the sheer number of fighting rock, ground, and yeah. There's just too many steel, really. The steel is like way too good of a Terra type, so I've got so many steel Pokemon. Water, ice, and dragons. Looking good, looking good. Where was fire? Fire doesn't have a box. Shoot. And fire is like half a box by itself. Okay, we'll do electric, normal, flying, and fire. It's fire... Oops. Fire takes up a lot of space, but electric, normal, and flying, not so much. So we just add them onto here. Just addendum them on here. Oh, my Pomni plush! You notice my Pomni plush? You see? Pomni! From the amazing Digital Circus! I didn't think I would like it. Actually, the first time I watched an episode, I was, like, appalled. I was horrified. I thought it was one of those terrifying, like, child grooming things. It's like, oh, Elsa, Spider-Man, and then a bunch of keywords, and it's trying to get kids to watch it because it's creepy. I thought it was one of those things. And then I found out it was made by adult animators for adults to enjoy as like a social commentary, as an I have no mouth and I'm a scream cinematic experience, and I appreciated it so much more. And I went back and I watched it again with my new mindset, and I loved it. Amazing Digital Circus. I do recommend. Now, how did I miss fire? I just missed them. I forgot them. I just forgot the firebox. All right, so now let's just quickly. Actually, we're getting to where we can almost start organizing just the real Pokemon here. In fact, I do declare, as soon as I've contended with this Stantler, I think everything else here we're good to start organizing proper for real. So the way we're gonna do that, we're gonna take every Pokemon and we're gonna stow them in the basic box on the side as a gap, an organizational gap. And this basic box on the left is filled. All the Pokemon will move to their appropriate box on the right. Like so, like so. Alright, so. Starting with... Let's get over to the competitive area. The Raiders. None of these are Raiders. They should come out. We'll do that in a minute. Okay, battle spot, singles, specialists, and prep. Or ignore. Okay, combos. Here we go. Calyrex is always a combo. Yep, I've got the physical and the special. And the special goes with Spectrier, of course. So we got the Calyrex and Glastrier, then Calyrex and Spectrier. We got the full pair. Any other combos here? Yeah, we've got Kai Julia and Bella. They go together. I like doing it like this. I think that looks good. None of these other Pokemon are a specific combo pairing. So then we move on. See, these are both genealogy program guys, but we'll get back to it. Sweepers! Regivolt is a complete and ready sweeper, as is... these are arguably tanks and bruisers. That's a support. That's a support. Celine's a support. Ah, Stripey! Stripey is a sweeper. Zeus is a sweeper, but it needs some work because his moveset's all screwed up. Actually... Thunderbolt, Zap Cannon, Electro Web, Thunder Cage. I think these both need work. Because they came from Sword and Shield, their movesets got all screwed up. But when you import Pokemon from a different game, their moveset gets messed up. Kronos is a Tanker Bruiser. These three are... Okay, Chi-Yu and Qian-Pao are sweepers that need preparations. This Blaziken needs a moveset adjustment. This is a Tanker Bruiser. What else we got on here? That's Asmodeus here is a support. This Landorus, I'm not sure. Put it in Sleeper's prep. Stone it. Okay, Heat Wave. Yes, so this one needs a moveset adjustment. That's a tank. These are shinies that are not going to be used yet. Okay, we're probably gonna need more prep boxes, but that's okay. It'll all come together as we go. Alright, so sweepers are done. What about supports? This Misdreavus is a finished support. These guys are both supports. A lot of these supports are going to need more prep. Or at least a moveset repair. Maybe I can make the moveset repair be on the bottom of the boxes. We'll see. We'll do that later, I guess. So that will be a support, inevitably. That will be a support, inevitably. Pincurchin will be a support, inevitably. It's good. Okay, now we got the bruisers. These are the hard-hitting, bulky attackers. This is one of my personal favorites. This category is one of my very favorites, so you'll notice a lot of Pokemon going right into that. And then the Bruiser Prep will be these guys. They're going to be Bruiser Prep. Actually, Tinglu's more of a tank. Dragonite is going to be a Sweeper Prep. And so will Slacking, now that I think about it. Alright, there we go. And now let's just start grabbing out more guys. We're just doing it. These are all sweepers that are being prepped. Just like so. Just indeed like so. Yeah, my competitive Pokemon stack is pretty good. I've got quite a few lined up. Of course, I'm doing all this organization when it really doesn't. Like, this generation ends this year, so it's kind of wasted, but it'll make it easier in the future because I can transfer them from these boxes to the next generation as appropriate. Nurgle is good. Got the round boys over here. Okay, what else do we got here? Who is a sweeper? Virizion, undeniably a sweeper. The level 100 high-speed Volcarona, that's a sweeper. Rayquaza, definitely a sweeper. Ogerpon, arguably a sweeper. But potentially also a support, so... But mostly just a support from Spiky Shield and Follow Me. Everything else is about it is sweeper in nature. I think Pheasantipity and Monkey Dory are both... of the sweeper variety, and then Ogie Dogie is a tank. The rest of these look like... well, Tornadus is a support. Charizard's a sweeper. There we go. There's something. There's a big one. And then Giratina is definitely a bruiser. So what do we got for support? We got this Friendguard Clefairy, which I think is just a complete Follow Me, Cosmic Power, Moonblast, Healing Mist. Okay, it's not ready. It needs to be fixed. We must repair it. Smeargle is the perfect support that ever existed. Weezing is going to be probably realistically a support. Shellos the same. Vulpix the same. Spiny was actually more of a tank or bruiser, so we'll leave him here. Alolan Persian. Not sure what Alolan Persian can even do. I think that's probably going into the generic shinies box. Boys team, where I had Phalanx is also there. That's a setup sweeper. They're like a special case. They would never be used for VGC though. They're more of a battle spot specialists. Nurgle, that's a support. If I remember correctly, Nurgle is a fully, max HP, some attack. It's like Fake Out, Flare Blitz, Parting Shot, that sort of thing. Mech Spirit would end up being a support, if anything. Level 100 Adamant Decidueye would be kind of a tank, I guess. Or maybe more of a bruiser. Alright, so here's Bruiser. Luna goes here, Pinchy goes here. Ogie Dogie goes here. This Giratina is a Giratina origin form, it goes here. This Toxel is probably just a generic shiny. Not sure what kind of toxicity I would go for. Solgaleo or Lunala, they're both tanks. Or maybe they're bruisers. This Score Bunny is just a hidden ability starter to set up later. Look at all this work I'm doing. It's almost like I'm doing work in real life. Okay, what do we got here? Any of these guys relevant for combo forming? Not really. Hey, Lentil Curry! Yeah, we're organizing boxes. We're discussing the VGC Regulation H metagame. I have a bunch of ideas that I talked through a little earlier that I really enjoyed. And then we're just kind of chilling out and chatting. And I guess this is also a collection showing off session. You know, I've got a bunch of shinies and level 100 like high power Pokemon, and organizing my boxes, kind of showing off my thought process on how certain Pokemon should be run, and you know, that sort of thing. The various categories. Sweepers, tanks, supports, etc. I'm going to end up needing multiple boxes. Raichu's more of a support. Yeah, and then these Salazzles, depending on their set, they end up being more of a sweeper. But I won't chat to Carlos. Carlos, you're literally right there, brother. Unless you got yourself banned somehow. I don't see how I could have possibly not chatted with you. Freya's a setup sweeper. I've got a ton of very cool Pokemon. Mewtwo? It's a sweeper that needs preparation. Yeah, I'll definitely do a second box for prepping sweepers at least. YouTube chat broken, dumb. Twitch, YouTube sucks. Okay, fine. Red Verona, resubscribe. Let's go. let me tell you, Red Verona. Let me tell you about the Pokemon to level 100 deal. First of all, thank you for the subscription. I appreciate you. Second of all, in Sword, Shield, Scarlet, and Violet, getting a Pokemon to level 100 is absolutely trivial. You do these things called raids. When you beat a raid, you get EXP candy. It takes like 10 seconds, and EXP candy XL, you need like 12 to get a guy all the way to level 100. So you do 4 raids, it takes you like 15, 20 minutes to mash them out, and then boom, got a guy at level 100. And you can do it to whoever you want, not just who you beat the raid with. So you get a level 100 legendary, you max them out, you go and absolutely whoop ass on some raid, and then it instantly makes your Pokemon level 100, like any other random Pokemon that you had. Which is, I think, very cool. I think Lombra is going to end up being a support, to be a very, very fast range support. It's kind of cool. Sneasel, Weavile, Sweeper, Dusclops, Trick Room, support. Raichu, Lightning Rod, Fake Out, Redirection, support. Mr. E, this one's my Battle Spot Singles Specialist, I believe. My max attack guy, so he's a Battle Spot Singles guy. Modest adaptability, that'll be a Sylveon, that'll be a tank. Bashful, that will be a support. Calm, that will be a support. Competitive Articuno, that's kind of like a tank. Or maybe more of a bruiser type, yeah. So that's a bruiser. That's a bruiser. This one, support. Fake Out, Toxic, that sort of thing. Hydreigon, this is a Terra special guy, so we'll put him down here. Sableye, definitively support. But, actually, these ones are completed supports, and these ones are support preparations. SMGNA1's here! Oh, shoot, I got the hype train! I've got the hype train! That's automatic, we got the prime sub! We got the prime sub! Thank you, SMG, welcome back. Hype train level 1, 4 minutes 50 seconds, 62%. Give me another subscribe and we'll stream again on Thursday. Had to think about the days I'm free. Give me one more subscriber. One of my good friends, Starlet Mia, just did like a subathon. And it was like, oh, if you sub 10 times, then I'll do a handstand. Something like that. This is a tank. This is a bruiser. Wait, this guy's... Yeah, these are both bruisers. This is also probably a bruiser. This is a sweeper. This is a brick wall. An in-person tourney? Oh yeah, we're doing this will be a VGC Regulation H local event. I might go, I might not, but I've always wanted to organize my crap anyways. So here I am organizing my crap anyways. This will be a Sylveon, that's going to be a bruiser. So these are all be bruisers in the top right. This is a sweeper here. Ooh. This is a sweeper here. This is a Battle Spot Singles. Okay, let's get that done. Bruisers. A lot of these bruisers that I have listed as bruisers are going to end up being bruiser prep. Because they need their movesets fixed, you know. Joel. This was supposed to just be like a chill stream. It wasn't supposed to have people like subbing and shit. I appreciate that. Y'all are pretty cool. You know, normally these chill streams, there's no hype to be done, you know. There's not really much hype to be done, I should say. We're gonna go back to Sweepers Prep. Oh yeah, we're gonna need another box for Sweepers Prep very soon. We got Battle Spot Specialist, that's this guy. They're both gonna need it. Actually, if this one's gonna be the Battle Spot Singles, then this one will be the support. Because Mimikyu is an excellent Battle Spot Pokemon, also an excellent support, so... This... That... Oh boy. Look at all this organizing. We're like, I hope you're all cleaning your rooms or something while we do this. That's kind of the vibes we're going for here, you know? This is big time room cleaning vibes. Organizational stuff, you know? These Pokemon are all coming over. They're all coming over here and getting organized. You're getting organized, boys. Oh, Whimsicott, that's a support prep. Oh my god, there's so much work to do on prep. I might have to do some cleaner organization on that. Like the Pokemon that really just need a moveset, maybe I put them into the tab. But on the bottom half, you know. Oh yeah, the box moving sound effect is... It is a lot like Kingdom Hearts, actually. The first button, this one. Bing! That's kind of like Kingdom Hearts as well, but the rest, not so much. Oh, I've got another different support Dusclops. I've got 2 level 100. I've got a relaxed nature. Look at the minute differences on defenses between these two. That's how nitpicky I get. I've got the one that's slower with better defenses, and then I've got the other one that's you know, faster with worse defenses. But they're both support Dusclopses. I guess this one then could go under the current organizational rules. The very top row will be the ones that are actually fully ready for competitive. And then the bottom 3 rows will be the ones that are close but need a little work. That'll open up some space. So if we're doing that, then Asmodeus will go here. Celine will go here. All the nicknamed guys there from the last game, they can come over. Gigantes goes into combos. Are these guys done? I think one of these is good. Yeah, whatever. I think this... who knows? I feel like the level 100 Shiny Pincurchin was good to go, but I could be wrong. Okay, let's take care of this. Support prep. Prankster Murkrow. Hachirisu. Your room's already clean? What are you talking about? Hey, my room needs it too. My room needs it too. But this is just like an organizational situation, you know? That's just the sort of vibes we're running with right now. Alright, that's a tank. So where's the tank panel? Like Kronos here, he's ready, he just needs a little extra work. Bassaron here, this is a max attack Landorus Therian. Pinchy, max attack Crawdon. And basically, if the EVs are already done, then I guess I'll toss them over on the on this panel, but it's separated by a line. That's one way to do it. If the EVs aren't done, then I... Okay, this Torkoal, think this Torkoal is a tank. Iron Defense, Curse, Flamethrower, Heat Wave. That moveset's not right. I think it's a bruiser, but it needs... I think it's EV'd correctly, though. And this Azumarill, I know, is... just needs a moveset update. I know that for a fact. This is a bruiser that will need to be prepped. This is a bruiser that will need to be prepped. Miraidon's a sweeper, that's a sweeper, that's a bruiser. I don't know, bruiser versus sweeper is kind of a big, like, it's kind of a personal choice. I don't even know what the hell Terapagos is. I'm assuming it's a bruiser. Regice is definitely a bruiser. It doesn't do support very well. Kyurem... same. Duraludon... yup. Frostmouth kind of a setup sweeper, which puts it into bruiser category, I guess. Salamence is kind of like a bulky support. That puts it in bruiser as well. Drakion definitely a sweeper. Toxicroak actually going to be a physical support. Not a clean support, but I guess that puts it in bruiser also. I don't know. Palmot being a support. It's going to have Fake Out Revival Blessing, so that makes it definitely a support. Yeah. Cool. Alright, since we're getting full on it, we are going to go take another one of our random boxes that we haven't renamed yet. We're going to make this Sweep Room Prep. Nah, not Broom. Sweepers... Prep 2.0. I don't know. We'll be uneventful on it. Unoriginal. Because there's a lot of stupid sweepers that I have to deal with here. All these guys are genuinely sweepers that need to be prepared. Somewhere I thought I had a... box just for shinies, but it looks like I renamed that already. Alright, somewhere I've got a... okay, this one I guess could be a box just for shinies. Let's do shiny slash 100. We could just put guys in here that don't fit anywhere, any other category. Yeah. Excelente. Just gonna clear everything out of here. Trying to focus on clearing out the boxes that I actually need to fill with Pokemon of certain types. Getting a little sick of this music. I mean, at least it's chill, right? It's like elevator music. Leviathan and Abyss Megalo are effectively ready. Leviathan, if I remember correctly, was a setup sweeper, and Abyss Megalo was a bruiser. You can see I love that bruiser playstyle. In fact, I will even put Gyarados into the bruiser category. It's a pretty broad category. It's just anything that's like a little slower and tankier while still hitting hard. Let's see. Any of these guys prepped and ready? Typhon is a bruiser. Thanatos and Urshifu are both sweepers. I have a third box for those. Flyboy is a sweeper. Soul Seer. I don't remember. Was Soul Seer a sweeper? Was Soul Seer a bomb? It was a bomb. Completed bomb. Look at my collection is quite impressive, actually, I would say. I believe this Milotic was a support. And then it went Icy Wind. What did it do? There's an Icy Wind Muddy Water support, which would put it, because it has competitive and its goal is to come when people intimidate and get special attack boosts, and just attacker return will be bulky. That makes it a bruiser. And it was already fully EV'd for that. This is a weather support. Goes into prep. This is a weather sweeper, so it goes into sweeper's prep. Starting to get very full. The Daga was ready. These are supports. The Anger Point Terra Fairy Primate, that's only there for the Terra type, actually, so that can go there. Along with the other guy that's only there for the Terra type. The guy that's there for Genealogy. I guess Galvantula has Sticky Web, so that's a support. Thundaga is a bruiser, and it is ready to go. Fully EV trained, I should say. What else do I got? This guy's got to come out of here. This guy's got to come out of here. This guy's got to come out of here. There we go. Comfy and Sableye. This Sableye does not appear to be... I don't think they're EV trained, so they go into the support. Oh no, the support prep tab is getting too big too. We need a second box for supports. Supports and sweepers are the core of VGC for sure, so it makes sense that it would come out that way. Because, you know, supports support the sweepers. They're kind of an inbuilt combo system. So it's natural to have a lot of both of them. Okay. Well, this is getting interesting. The Squirtle's kind of just for... Oh, the Moxie Salamence, that's a sweeper. Moxie Salamence with Dragon Dance. Quite the threat. After a single boost, you'll kill everything, right? Keldeo a mythical, but it's definitely a sweeper. Garchomp, definitely a sweeper. This one might also be EV trained, I'm not sure. These are both walls, or as I've been calling them, tanks. Mamoswine may or may not be done, but it's a bruiser if it is done. Latias is a sweeper. Raikou is a sweeper. Entei's funny. Entei has the stat line of a bruiser. A little bit more so than in Raikou, but it has extreme speed, which makes it a sweeper. So it puts it onto the third page of sweepers, my god. Lapras is going to be under the tank setup, I think? Maybe a bruiser. How would I build a Lapras? I'd probably build a Lapras by going Thunderbolt, Ice Beam, Surf Perish Song, something like that. Max bulk, max damage. Something along those lines. This shiny Vivian is just a cool shiny. Registeel is a tank 100%. Look, he matches the steel-looking Ting Lu, this metal Corviknight. I got a lot of shinies. This is sweet. Alright, this one will be a bruiser Heatran. I have a sweeper Heatran elsewhere, I think. This Vibrava will just be a cool shiny that I put in my cool shinies in level 100 guys box along with this Squirtle. Gotta have a box of just like, this stuff's cool, but like I'm never gonna use it competitively, you know? The problem with Flygon is, except for the fact that it has Levitate, it's worse than Garchomp in like every way. Okay, Levitate and the move U-turn, those are two things it has. Oh my goodness. Alright, let's go finish up. I've got a Terra Fairy, a Terra Poison, and 2 guys for the genealogy page. Genealogy page. There it is. So I got some more nonsense to deal with over here. I got a humongous page of nonsense. These are all good so far. I've cleaned all these. Combos page has some stuff that needs work. A big bulk. I'm looking for anything that's like a batch of Pokemon that need moving. I'm also trying to pay attention, keep things on the top row when they've been placed appropriately, so it's a little clearer to look at. Alright, I know that the Terra boxes are good, the pages are good. This is the big batch of crap, this thing, this level 100 thing. It's rough, it's huge. Okay, let's move on. Luckily, I think once we're done with the level 100, I've got to deal with, I guess, the marked box. We've also got to deal with... Oh, that's it. That's all we have to deal with. Oh, we're doing great. Okay. We're just doing awesome. Let's start at the beginning, then. So, combos. Here's a combo. Phenomenon. The Wheezing with Regigigas, also with Slacking. That's a combo. Let's see what else. Do we have any other combos? Yeah, here. This Wheezing is also a neutralizing gas combo Pokemon. They are Pokemon that are pretty much exclusively used in combination with other Pokemon. Go here, you know. Like Dreadnought is a very good Pokemon in the rain, otherwise extremely miserable and bad. So there it goes. Dondozo to go with Tatsugiri. There you go here. These ones aren't EV'd, I don't think, so they should go in the prep panel. They need a lot of work. Good. Very good. Alright. Ooh, Raiders. We have our first Raider here. Splashy, the Choice Specs Tatsugiri, is a Raider extraordinaire. This Clodsire with Chilling Water, Acid Spray, Mud Slap, and Earthquake, if you believe it, is actually a Raider for the extremely tough raids. Because you can, through the Raid Shield, you can use attacks to reduce their stats. So Pokemon that are in raids are normally immune to stat-afflicting moves, status-afflicting moves when their shields are up. But they put their shield up and you hit it with Acid Spray, Chilling Water, Mud Slap, and those moves just work. So that's cool. Oh, boo. These are bruisers. More bruisers, more bruisers, more bruisers. Getting a text message. I know my time is running short. Okay. So let's pop over here. Battle Spot Singles Specialists. None of these are really renowned for that. This is a Raider. The Choice Specs Flutterman. Moonblast is the way. Same, I believe, with this Golden Go. Just clearing raids. This is a combos guy. This combos Charizard. He's only good in the sun, but in the sun it's like, yo, crazy. I think it needs to be EV'd though, so goes here to combo prep. Ah, sweepers. Yeah, I guess I could do some sweepers that are EV'd appropriately. I have a few that are EV'd. This is a combos guy. Slowly getting better. Zeus here, my boy. Stripey, my boy. Anya, also ready to go. Oh, I swear this Dragapult was ready, but I'm not sure. If I gave it a nickname, that's the only way that I know for sure looking at it. Terms for teams other than just sweepers, what else is there? Well, the main archetypes of Pokemon, you can have sweepers, you can have tanks or walls, you can have bruisers, or sometimes you'll hear those called balanced Pokemon, or like balanced offense, where they're just kind of some tankiness, some speed, and then they hit hard, or they do something very effectively. There's also support Pokemon. In the context of VGC, it's mostly sweepers, supports, and then like Trick Room is an archetype, like slow Pokemon. Deliberately slow, but I would put Trick Room under combos. But yeah, mostly fast and hard hitting are sweepers, slow and hard hitting are bruisers, slow and defensive or supportive are tanks, and then fast or not tanky but extremely supportive are supports. And those are kind of the four categories that I use. But I've also got one for combos here, like this Tyranitar goes with this Lycanroc specifically. They work together. This Regigigas has a bad ability. This Weezing gets rid of its ability. That's a combo. They go together. So that's kind of what I've got going on here. Calyrex and Glastrier, they combine together to form specific pairings. So, you know, there's that sort of thing. But yeah, when I say a sweeper, I mean this Pokemon is here to go fast and kill things, you know, go fast, break things, like they say. Oh yeah, Jinchuriki here, this is a combo, and this one's got, you know, combo. Weathers are often combos, so like I've got Sand, then I've got Sun to go with this Charizard, I've got Hail to go with things, you know, stuff like that. I guess they could also fall under sweepers, or they could fall under support, depending on the team style, but yeah. There's also Trick Room setups are, like Mira here, this is a Trick Room Hatterene, like Trick Room would be a combo as well. Trick Room reverses the speed orders. Do I have any joke categories? I have some joke Pokemon. I've got the Round Boys team. I don't know where I put the Round Boys team at. I think I put them under Battle Spot singles, maybe? Yeah, right here. This is the Round Boys team. It's a 3 Pokemon team of Round Boys. We got Spiny, we got Quill, and we got Phalanx that I apparently never gave a nickname. But these 3 guys, by their powers combined, they're all round, and they'll sweep you. Stuff like that. I think is very fun. So the Round Boys. Pelico here, that's my weather support. It's like I've got my Sand support, my Sun, my Hail, my Rain, sort of thing. Ivy has Chlorophyll, that's speed boost in the Sun, so there's a Sun combo to be found there. Is this Guinevere? That is Guinevere. Guinevere is like a setup tank. One of my favorite Pokemon. Mirror Armor reflects enemy stat drops, and then it just like Roost and Bulk Up. Yeah, what is it? Roost, Bulk Up, Brave Bird, Body Press. Just a tank that sets up in your face and says, what? What are you gonna do about it? Eternatus, that will be a Bruiser Prep, most likely. Hell, that one just needs moves. This one just needs moves. Herald Bluetooth. This needs moves. This one needs moves and EVs. Skuntank is a funny Pokemon. I think it fits more into the don't use this, it's just a shiny category. But I do like Skuntank. Zapdos would be a sweeper, most likely, but this one needs prep. Goes in sweepers that need prep. tab. Potted Geist? Potted Geist is a sweeper that is complete and ready. Raiko needs... Okay, these guys all need moves. This one doesn't need moves. Oh, it needs moves. Why does it have Curse? What the hell is that? I think this one needs more prep than I thought. These moves are all bad. Any of the ones that I imported from Pokemon Sword and Shield. Sword and Shield is where I spent a ton of time playing competitive. That was COVID. That's probably why I spent so much time on it. But all these Pokemon are from that. Magneton here, a shiny Magneton, absolutely one of my very favorite Pokemon and very favorite shinies, like Black and Gold. How cool is that? But Magneton itself, not very good. I guess if it was gonna be anything, it would be under Bruiser. It's a trapping. Yeah, it's actually pretty reasonable. You give it Eviolite, and it's a trapper that doesn't use an item slot on your team. Can enemy players see your nicknames? I believe they can choose to see your nicknames. I think you can choose to see them. They're also just for me. Like, I like having nicknames on my guys. That's for me. That's a for fun thing that I like. I've got Stripey and Pike. Aracuda here is we'll just call him a Battle Spot singles guy. I don't know. Call Yuna. Gardevoir. Gardevoir's kind of a bruiser, but kind of a support. Bruiser prep tab is getting too full. So we'll just put it here in the sweeper, I guess. Along with this Hydreigon. Shiny Hydreigon needs it. These guys have marks, those are special. Cleavor is coming out of there regardless, though. So is Wo-Chan regardless. So is Mew regardless. Like, certain of these Pokemon I'm taking out to use either Faker. He's called Faker? Why is it called Faker? Oh, I named it Faker because I thought it had the right ability and then it didn't. This Mewtwo is coming out. Any Pokemon that I specifically want to use, they can come out and then have the mark. The mark is like a nickname that, a special extra nickname that plays in battle. Alright, this Magmar will be an excellent support. This Wo-Chan will be an incredible tank. This Cleavor is going to be a bruiser. God, the bruiser tab is just getting way too big. We're gonna change the Articunos and the Moltres and the Reshiram sweepers there. That's more accurate anyways. Yeah, that's more accurate anyways. That makes more space for my Cleavor over here. Because I've got a Sweepers 2.0, you know. Sweepers are kind of the main thing. Just like highly offensive Pokemon, they're the iconic thing. Am I going to play ZA? Yes. In fact, I'm already starting to play ZA. I picked up a copy, and I've been playing it a little bit. Just a little bit. I've been enjoying it. These three guys out of the level 100. Gotta finish the level 100 tab. And then page 1's done. Yeah, so pages are done. The Terra types are done. The Raider tab is done, largely. Yes. Well, there's only one Pokemon that's really just for raids, and that's Clodsire here. These other ones are Pokemon I would actually use in a battle. So Clodsire has a very special niche as a raid. My originals are cool. My originals are really cool, actually. Battle Spot singles. Combo Mons, Torkoal. Torkoal's another Sun Pokemon. Kyogre's kind of standalone. Like, Kyogre can go on rain, but Kyogre's also very effective standalone. Oh, Appleton! I Apelia, my Appleton, that was also on the Round Boys team. It's like an apple pie dragon. Yeah, I love Clodsire, and I also love Appleton. I love Clodsire, and I love Appleton. And I love all the... I love this derpy guy. Oh, shoot, I went to the wrong view. How do I do it? This button. This. Look at this derpy guy. Look at that face. Look at him. What a doofus. Barrascuda is awesome. He's also got that dumb name, Barrascuda. Because he's so skewed and cute, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, he's a fishy. Oh, you know who else is a fish? This is another one of my favorites. Chi-Yu. It's a fishy! That's another one of my very favorites. And I got this fish as well. That Mugen's definitely a sweeper. He was a terrestrialized menace. Golden Go is gonna be a sweeper. Cow gonna be a sweeper. I think Raijin here. I think it's gonna be a sweeper, but and yeah, the ones I have nicknamed are already ready to go on that stat. So. Oh, this Mew is a Raider Mew as well. This is a Raid Specialist Mew. Just like my Raid Specialist Clodsire. You're not a fan of the food, guys. Like Appleton. You don't like the guy, he's an apple pie. It's a genetic adaptation to make him look cuter and more like a pie, so you don't eat him. Wait, that doesn't make any sense. Never mind. He looks more like a pie so that you want to eat him, because they reproduce by spreading their spores through human brains. If you don't eat them, then that never happens. I don't know. Drifblim. I don't remember if I ever statted up that Drifblim, so he'll go there. And then, of course, Mewtwo, the one, the only. That's a sweeper. Okay, did I finish sorting all my boxes? I think I did. Look at that. I think I did. I still have a spare box here. And another spare box here. So that one's not a real box, and this one's not a real box as well. Just like that. Oh, and they look like too much like a toy. Yeah, okay. So you don't like this guy that looks like a caramel apple? It's the same evolution line as Appleton. But I think he's fun that he's an Appleton. A caramel apple. Oh, you probably like this guy. Look, he's a crab. He's got a Minecraft face. Okay, so now we gotta save and quit. We gotta save because I just spent so much time working on this crap. Even the saving's taking a long time because of all that. It's a lot of Pokemon data to save. Now, I do have to end stream, unfortunately, soon. I only had a couple hours, but that was an important step. Because now I can go into Pokemon Scarlet and I can look at the fruits of my labor. It's a much more powerful editing tool to do it in the Pokemon Home. Doing it in Pokemon Scarlet is a pain. For one, you can't mass release things, and mass movement is also a little tougher. So we'll take a few minutes, we'll load in. We'll just take a peek at my guys. Take a look at my Pokemon. Oh, I should set up my... I have a Nintendo Switch too. I should set that up to reduce the loading times in Pokemon. It's like... Because these loading times are egregious for the graphics that we're about to be treated with, you know? This is, you know... Shouldn't have taken that long to load this in. But anyways, I digress. And then we got these guys. You didn't see any of these people because they were on my team. I got a Switch too! The home app is free. Yeah, to answer both your questions, Pokemon Home is free. you can do the 30 box, that little basic box I had on the left that I was using to swap back and forth. That box is free. If you want more, you can get like 64 boxes or something completely insane. That costs more money, but one box is free, and the ability to use everything on there is also free. And then I got a Switch 2, actually like a month ago. I talked about it on stream, the last stream, or maybe the second to most last stream that I had. I talked about getting the Switch 2, and then I just haven't taken the time to set it up yet, so I'll do that soon. I found it at Target, of all places. Yep. Oh, I have to... Shoot. I have to organize my stupid boxes again. So I gotta put the empty ones at the end, and you know, all that. The marks and the shinies. And the Sweeper Prep 2.0 has to go. Oh no, I have to move them all. We have an off by 1 error. No! Off by 1, no. Maybe I don't need all these pages. Because I just realized I have another off by 1 error with, not with the mark, but with the breeding ones should probably go up here. Something like that. Yeah, I don't know. The pages of just random dudes. The originals, the battle spot, and then yeah, this entire bottom row should all be premium. I guess. When I think about it, the ones that shouldn't be by my competitive stuff are the shiny and the level 100. Marked. Those aren't competitive in any way. So, there we go. That's the way. You remember this convo, but you didn't hear anything about it after that, so you forgot. Of course, yeah. Why you would forget? That's just how it is. All right, let's just take a minute. Let's just for fun. I have a team composition that I would like to look at running, and let's pick out 6 dudes for it. So. This team I want to make run around, I don't know. I've already got some combo ideas in. Yeah, there's my hyper-trained, super amazing, awesome, god-tier Wheezing. Let's do a team featuring... Because Regulation H, there's no legendaries. That does narrow it down quite a bit. Let's whip something up featuring... we could do a Glamora team. What would Glamora be supporting? Otherwise, a Murkrow team is always a good thing to have. Because Murkrow can get Tailwind to speed your guys up. Perish Song to KO the enemy team if it's a 2v1. So let's look at making the game into a 2v1. What Pokemon can make the game a 2v1 that aren't legendaries? Oh, and what about a Araquanid? Redirection plus Araquanid's good? Redirection plus Araquanid is really good. Because Araquanid can sort of clear things out. Oh, there's also that Cleavor thing that I wanted to do. I wanted to do a Cleavor build where I do Stone Axe 3 attacks or Stone Axe 2 attacks protect. Setting up rocks so that I can do a spread move strategy to finish the game out. Probably don't need to do a full Trick Room. Specs Golden Go. That's something to set up. All right, first of all, let's put. I don't know. I'm trying to show off how I team build, but it's kind of tricky. But Araquanid is sweet, so we'll put Araquanid in here. We'll make a team around Araquanid. We're gonna find the originals. These Pokemon all go there. Murkrow's top 5 for me as well. Murkrow's so nice, actually. Somebody painted me a Murkrow. It's very dark and ominous, and probably wouldn't come through the stream camera very well. But I've got a painted Murkrow that I really love, and Murkrow plus Araquanid. I mean, this Araquanid's god tier, but not, and it's also shiny. Hold on. Look at how sweet that thing looks. This is one of my favorite Pokemon. Very monstrously physically damaging. Probably best in Trick Room. So we're starting where we're going to make a team around Araquanid. Araquanid is slow and strong, so we probably want Trick Room. Either Trick Room or extensive Follow Me redirection type support. What's it weak to? Well, it's weak to flying. It's weak to electric. It's weak to rock. Flying, electric, and rock. Is that it? That's all it's weak to, I think. Flying, electric, and rock. So then what can we do to fix that? What can we make better? We can get something that redirects electric type moves. We can get something that is physically bulky, perhaps a steel type. Something to deal with the flying and the rock, you know? So we might come over here and grab King Gambit. We might grab Duraludon. We might grab... I think I'm leaning towards the Trick Room angle, which in that case we would take Quack.exe to set up Trick Room while still being a threat. So now we have a Trick Room core with Abyss, you know. So we've got a Trick Room Araquanid core here. We probably want at least one more Pokemon that functions decently well under Trick Room, but maybe that doesn't completely rely on it. For that, I might look in the Bruiser category again here. Something that's slow, but not, like, heinously slow. And that hits hard. That synergizes well with Araquanid absolutely scaring out anything that's weak to water. Things that are weak to water might be fire, or rock, or ground. What doesn't want to face that? Your own fire types. But not sun, because sun will mess your day up. Maybe we want to bring in a ghost type, because Fake Out is a problem, right? Fake Out can stop both of these Pokemon from doing their thing. You bring a ghost type, it will make your opponent think twice about faking you out. Fire beats the things that water doesn't. It also works fairly well with Trick Room. But it doesn't need Trick Room. And it can set Trick Room itself. We can do 3 attacks Trick Room on both of these Pokemon and have 2 ways to set it up if we need to. So there's an option. Now I need another, like, ideally I would have another 2 Pokemon core that works well outside of Trick Room or in it. And then 1 Pokemon that works, like, as a sweeper outside of Trick Room, right? What do we want? So far, we're kind of leaning towards no true supports. All these Pokemon are pretty self-sufficient, so we do have space for 1 true support if we want it. We could bring a Oh! No, we drop... This goes back into the Bruisers. We drop Chandelure, we bring Volcarona. Oh, it increases our dark... never mind. Okay, Incineroar can hit us with the Fake Out. It can hit us with the Parting Shot, which will help boost... Yeah, we'll take Incineroar. Fake Out, Intimidate, Parting Shot. That will boost the tankiness of Abyss Megalo. It's a fire type to complement the water. When I say Abyss Megalo, I mean Araquanid, I guess. I'm reading their nicknames. He works reasonably well in Trick Room and hits reasonably hard as well. Then I like to have a Focus Sash Pokemon on every team. There can be some really excellent Focus Sash Pokemon in the Sweepers category here. We're going to have Trick Room up some of the time, so whatever Pokemon we want has to have... Oh! Poltegeist with Machagacha? Oh, that's... Wait a minute, yeah. Poltegeist isn't even on here. Poltegeist is a Sinistcha, or a Poltegeist Sinistcha. It's got a grass, that'd be a grass type that would complete our Fire Water Grass core. Oh, I need that Pokemon. Shoot. Sinistcha right here, Machagacha. This is a special move. How do I... There it is. The user's health is restored by half. Never mind, that's not the move I thought it was. That's too bad. Porygon 2 top 5? You got too many Pokemon top 5. Murkrow, Porygon 2. You're like Gen 2, Gold and Silver. Red Verona, are you a Gold and Silver favorite? This guy's like a duck, so that's why Porygon 2 is a good Pokemon. Ba-da-da-da! I'm trying to think about a grass type that might come in handy here. Then we can have a Fire Water Grass defensive core. Appleton looking surprisingly okay. Apple Acid signature move does not synergize with these two, though. Apple Acid boosts the special defense. No, these are physical attackers. Shoot. Yeah, there's probably not a good grass type to use in this position. There's always Amoonguss. This is the stupid thing, is Incineroar Amoonguss on every damn team. Amoonguss works incredibly well under Trick Room, so we can use the Mushroom guy for now. Oh, you like everything through Platinum, so you're basic. Yeah, me too. I like almost every other Pokemon is like one of my favorites in the first 4 gens. Specifically Gen 3 and Gen 4, which is, you know, when I grew up, I guess. Those are my favorites. But here we got our Fire Water Grass core, we got our Trick Room. Amoonguss is incredible in Trick Room. What are the gaps? We have a bit of a weakness to opposing Fake Out. We have a bit of a weakness to Rock. Rock-type Pokemon actually destroy us right now. So what can we do to help resist Rock slightly more? Well, there's always Annihilape. Annihilape doing well with Trick Room to a certain extent, but not incredible under it. King Gambit's always here. King Gambit resisting Rock. We already deal with fighting from both Amoonguss and Araquanid. So that's a decent Rock resist. And then it would be nice to have something fast that can close out a game. Ideally, a Focus Sash user that doesn't need Trick Room. Ideally, maybe... I don't know, just like a generic, fast, good Pokemon. So let's head back to the Sweepers tab. And let's look in here and let's think rationally about the sort of Sweepers we might want. Something like a Salamence, perhaps. A Moxie Salamence could be very good. We cover Ice extremely well already, so we're not too worried about that Ice typing. We could go with just a Terra Dragon Choice Scarf Dragon Claw, perhaps? Fairies aren't a huge problem for us. They're not good, they're not bad, I guess. We go with an Extreme Speed Dragonite. That's not bad either, but it's not very fast. Oh, we could go with the Focus Sash Blaziken Speed Boost. Oh, that's interesting. Wait a minute. Because with +2 speed, how fast is a level 100? Okay, Araquanid goes to 216 at +2 speed. It's not even as fast. Alright, it would need like +3 speed to be reasonably fast. I was thinking about baton passing speed to Araquanid, but he's just too slow. It doesn't really make sense to do that. So we don't need baton pass. I mean, we can just go protect, focus sash, close combat, blaze kick. I don't know, whatever. I guess it's more fire coverage. We don't need more fire, though. We need a sweeper that is type synergistic or has a specific specialty here. Defiant, choice scarf. Oh, we can't use legendaries. Not using legendaries is actually hard. There's a ton of really amazing legendaries that have come out. VGC has been largely defined by it. I think I'm going to lean into the Salamence idea here. We're going to go with the Choice Scarf Moxie Physical Attacking Salamence. Completing the physical sweeper angle. So I'll have Sucker Punch on King Gambit, Fast Salamence, Trick Room Mode, Fake Out, Spore, Rage Punch. So we've got Redirection, we've got Priority, we've got a Trick Room Speed Control, we've got Bruisers. My team's the Patriarchy. Was it all male? Oh, I've got a female Amoongus. What are you saying? Why is my team the Patriarchy? I've got this female Korean Amoongus. And I've got this duck that's made from computers. I guess it's like slightly male. I mean, these are just the Pokemon I happen to have. I don't know. Oh my god, there's so many Pokemon that are male. What the heck? Here, I've got the Gardevoir. That's a female. I've got this Latias. That's a female. This is coincidental. I'm not counting the Pokemon in my boxes. See, look, I've got a Salazzle, a Kingdra, a Sneasel, a Dragapult. Come on. One girl, non-gender, all the rest. Well, that's not even that unusual. This is a sample size of 6. Hey, Matt, how's it going? I've got this as a girl. You're tormenting me for no reason, Verona. I was team building, Matt. I was team building. Unfortunately, I am out of time. I have a commitment at 7. So Matt, I know you just got here, but it's unlucky timing that you just got here. Because I have to be done now. I've got an obligation at 7 o'clock. So, but there, that's my team building process. After you just got to watch all of my why is Araquanid like sliding up out of the frame? It's kind of cool. But yeah, so once these are fully EV trained, we will have a Trick Room mode, a Fire, Water, Grass core with the Amoongus, Incineroar, Araquanid. All 3 of them function very well in a Trick Room. King Gambit functions well in a Trick Room. We've got Salamence for the non-Trick Room, like in case Trick Room runs out, you know. The best lead is probably Incineroar, Porygon, and then Incineroar does Fake Out, Porygon does Trick Room, then we do Incineroar Parting Shot to bring in Araquanid, and then, that, you know, it all flows from there. Araquanid hopefully picks up kills with Terra Water Liquidations with max power. Porygon hopefully just sits there and fires Tri-Attack like crazy. And then in the back, so that's the 3-man idea, and in the back we can bring Amoongus if the opponent has Trick Room. We can bring King Gambit if the type matchups look like they matter. We bring Salamence if it looks like Trick Room might be hard to set up. If Trick Room is hard or impossible to set up, we probably lead Porygon, Araquanid, and we don't click Trick Room, we just go straight for attacking, and then we finish with King Gambit Salamence. That's the other mode. Gartic Phone! Hey, you're here for the Gartic Phone time. Alright, cool. Well, so it's perfect timing then. We're going to save and quit. We're going to wrap up the stream. I'm going to say thank you for dropping by, and then go enjoy some Gartic Phone, and hopefully I get to catch you for the next one, you know? And the next one should be more exciting. I wanted a chill day. I'm very tired from work and all that, you know how it is. So, notice my Pomni plush. I've been showing this to everybody that joins on the stream. I got this Pomni. I'm very happy with Pomni. But there we go. That's all. That's all the news. You guys. Yeah. Anyways, that's all the news. That's all I got. See you guys. When's the next stream? I was considering Thursday. I was considering Helldivers on Thursday, Matt. That's not a promise. I'm sorry, no guarantee, but that's what I'm leaning towards. I'm leaning towards Thursday, 3:30 or 4 o'clock to 6:30-ish Helldivers, approximately. So, there we go. That's all I got for you, though. I really do have to get going, so thanks for dropping by. I appreciate you. I'm thinking of you guys all the time, so try to get back on. Alright, peace out. Have fun with Gartic Phone, etc.